In the early 19th century, a fervent desire to uncover the mysteries of the ancient Egyptian civilization gripped the European imagination. Within this swirling tide of discovery stood Jean-François Champollion, a brilliant linguist and scholar whose passion for deciphering the enigmatic hieroglyphs became both his calling and a dangerous game with the powers that be. Champollion's journey began with a simple dream, unlocking the forgotten wisdom of a civilization that thrived long before the birth of Christ. However, as whispers of his ambitious quest reached the inner sanctums of the Catholic Church, unease took root. The Church, guardians of doctrine and tradition, were deeply entwined in a narrative where the biblical account often overshadowed ancient histories. The notion that Egypt could predate their most cornerstone beliefs, the creation, the flood, the very foundation of faith, was a treacherous thought that spiraled into a nightmare of uncertainty. At first, they sought to suppress him. A clandestine meeting was summoned, attended by cardinals cloaked in their crimson vestments, their faces stern and resolute. "This man threatens our very existence," one elder declared, clutching a thick tome that outlined the sacred text. "He must be stopped before he unearths secrets that could unravel the fabric of our faith." Yet the Church quickly shifted tactics as they recognized the value of controlling the narrative. They would fund his expedition, keep him close, and observe his discoveries meticulously. With a heavy heart, Champollion accepted their offer, aware that this was not just about scientific inquiry, it was a dance on a razor's edge. The Vatican extended generous support, sending him to Egypt, but shackled him with conditions as crippling as the weight of the stone he sought to study. "Report directly to us," they mandated, the threat of life or death pulsing through the air. "Share your findings only within these sacred walls." This was his prison, as much as it was a ticket to the ancient world. He felt the invisible chains tighten as soon as he accepted. Arriving in Egypt, the sun baked the land, but within him burned the fire of enlightenment. His ambitious heart raced as he set his eyes on the Rosetta Stone, the key to unlocking the secrets of the hieroglyphs. Days turned into nights as he scoured ancient ruins, deciphering symbols, sounds, and meanings inscribed by a civilization that spoke a language unspoken for millennia. Each breakthrough was accompanied by elation, but also a gnawing dread, a reminder that the prowess he wielded could bring swift judgment. As revelations tumbled forth and ancient narratives once thought lost began to emerge, dark clouds gathered over Champollion's soul. The chilling understanding struck him. The stories embodied within the hieroglyphs told of epochs long before biblical tales, of gods intertwined with humans, of creation myths thriving in a cradle of existence that the Catholic Church would likely never acknowledge. With every profound discovery, the Church's grip tightened. Champollion became a man divided, obsessed with the truth, and governed by fear. The once innocuous inquiries slowly morphed into a gruesome pressure. "What you uncover must remain in shadow," they urged, their benevolence now twisted into a suffocating force. "The world is not ready for this knowledge. Protect our faith, Jean-François." Days turned darker as whispers of betrayal coursed through his veins. With every letter sent back to the Vatican hidden behind less than trustworthy seals, he felt the weight of his burdens mount. The passing of knowledge was not just scholarly pursuit, it was a matter of survival. As long as Champollion remained in service to the Church, he could continue, but a moment of defiance could mean the end. His breakthrough came one fateful night, illuminated by a single flickering candle. A revelation screamed through his mind. The stories of the Egyptian gods, the flood myths, and ancient rituals spoke of profound truths that echoed some biblical themes, yet radiated an antiquity that left shadows over Christian doctrine. The jaw of fear clenched deeper. If he shared this, he would be marked forever as a heretic. Perhaps it was hubris that led him to secretly inscribe these revelations. Perhaps it was desperation. The thrill of digging into the past was seductive, but the belief that he could ignite a spark of enlightenment was equally intoxicating. However, each letter became a brushstroke on a canvas fraught with fearsome consequences. As he stood before the vast desert, contemplating the secrets of the ancients, chills of realization swept over him. A monumental task lay ahead. The world deserved to know, yet the treasures he unearthed teetered on the brink of a cataclysmic storm. In the end, fueled by the heart of a scholar and the weight of his connection to the Church, Champollion traversed a precarious path. His discoveries would emerge vaulted in silence, perhaps destined to be lost or hidden in the annals of an institution, far more preoccupied with preserving the sanctity of belief than illuminating the intricate mosaic of human heritage. With his dreams etched into fragile parchment, those hidden truths remained buried, ultimately serving neither the church nor the world. In this monumental struggle, an echo of hope lay, one that might resonate someday, a whisper against the silence, yearning for release.